I didn't realize how easy it was to host a Minecraft server until I found this container. Today, I'm going to show you how to host your own Minecraft server using Crafty Controller and safely expose it to your friends through Playit GG. First, we're going to install Crafty through the TrueNAS apps catalog. Then I will show you how to deploy it via Docker. Later, I will show you how to expose it safely through playit.gg. Starting into my TrueNAS dashboard, I'm going to go ahead and create some datasets for Crafty. On the left side, I'm going to click the Datasets tab, click into my Configs dataset under my tank pool, and click the Add Dataset button in the top right corner. The first dataset I'm going to create is going to be for Crafty. I'm going to leave the dataset preset as generic and come back and change the permissions all at once after I've created all my datasets. Next, I'm going to hit the blue Save button. Now I'm going to click Crafty, and on the top right, add a sub-dataset to Crafty. I have to make a total of 5 datasets. The first one I'm going to call Config. Again, leave the dataset preset as generic. Hit Save. Go back and click Crafty again in the center pane, and click Add Dataset in the top right, and our next dataset is going to be servers. Click Save, and repeat the process again. Clicking Crafty, clicking Add Dataset. Logs will be our next dataset. Click Save. Click Crafty again, click Add Dataset. Backups, click Save. Click Crafty, click Add Dataset. And lastly, Import. Click Save. Now we're going to go ahead and adjust the permissions for all of the Crafty datasets. Click on your Crafty dataset. Bottom right, go to Edit Permissions. I'm now going to change the group to Apps by typing in Apps. I'm now going to change my access mode to allow the user read, write, execute, the group read, write, and execute by clicking the center box and then unchecking all the boxes on the row for Other. I then want to click the Apply User box under Root, the Apply Group box under the Group Apps, and then I want to click Apply Permissions recursively. I get this warning box that lets me know that I'm going to overwrite permissions for directories below this, and that's okay. I want to click Confirm and click Continue, and then click Apply Permissions to Child Datasets. Now I want to hit the Save button and go back and double check that all these have been changed. So in the bottom right on the permissions box here, I can see Root Apps have both Read, Write, Execute, and then Other has none. And now I'm going to click Backups and make sure those permissions are repeated here, and they are, and I'll check every dataset and make sure that the permissions look the same for all of them. Now that we have our datasets, let's jump over to the Apps tab on the left side, and on the top right, I'm going to click Discover Apps, and then I'm going to search for Crafty. I'm looking for Crafty Forward. I'm going to click this box, and then click the Install button. Scrolling down, the first thing I want to do in the network configuration is add an additional port. I'm going to click the Add button here, and enter the number 25560 for the port number and the container port. The protocol I'm going to leave as TCP, and I'm going to leave the host IP empty. In the event you have a range of ports for many Minecraft servers that you want to host, you can go ahead and add them all at once by clicking the Add button here and entering a start range and a stop range. Only do this if you plan on running multiple Minecraft servers, as there's no reason to expose extra ports to the host if they're not in use. Scrolling down to my storage configuration, for the Crafty 4 config storage, I want to change the type to host path, and then find the host path that I just created. Now that I found my host path, I'm going to move on to the server storage. I'm going to change this to host path as well, and then find the host path I just created. Now that I have my server's host path, I'm going to do the same thing for logs. I'm going to change Crafty 4 log storage to host path, and then find the host path I just created. Now that I have logs, I'm going to scroll down to backups, change this to host path, and find the host path I just created. Now that backups is done, my last host path is import. I will change the type to host path and select the host path I just created. Now that all my host paths are set, I can scroll all the way to the bottom and click install. If you would prefer to install Crafty through Dockge, go ahead and click the Dockge app here, click Web UI, create a new compose stack, and I'm going to call this Crafty. I'm going to jump over to my wiki. In the search bar, I'm going to type Crafty, select Crafty, and then jump over to this tab under Deploy Crafty Controller for Docker Compose, copy this whole stack, jump back to Dockge, and paste it here on the right side. I've already made all these volume mounts, so I don't have to change anything here, and these are the port exposures that are necessary. Go ahead and hit deploy. Now that my app is started, I'm going to go ahead and click Crafty in my application screen and click Web UI. Here we're greeted with the username and password option, but we haven't set one yet. To find this, we have to go back to TrueNAS, go to the system, and go to the shell. I need to change my user to root by typing in sudo su, and you can tell them root now because I have the hashtag at the end of this line instead of the $, which was here before. Let's cd into my configurations file for Crafty. In my case, it's in mount tank configs crafty config. When I do an ls-l, I can see all of these files. This is the file I'm looking for, defaultcreds.txt. To show me the contents of that file, I'm going to type in cat and then defaultcreds.txt. and hit enter. These are my username and password credentials. To copy my password, I'm going to highlight it with my mouse and then hit Control Insert to copy it. Jumping back over to Crafty Controller, I'm going to type in my username admin and then paste the password I was just given and click Login. And now I'm in the panel. Now that we are in our Crafty Controller panel, to set up a new Minecraft server, click on Servers in the left pane and then Create New Server. Here I'm going to select the server type of Minecraft servers, and it's already populated vanilla and the server version, and I can add a server name if I'd like. I'm just going to call this Test Minecraft. I can allocate some minimum memory, maximum memory, and I have to change the server port here to the server port that I exposed on the host, which was 25560. This all looks good. Let's go ahead and click the Build Server button at the bottom. In the actions, I can see it was being imported, and now I can click the play button and click yes to agree to the Minecraft EULA. I get the warning to make sure that port 25560 is forwarded. We are not going to do that because I'm going to show you how to do this through Playit.gg, which does not require this. So just click the OK button, and we can see now we have CPU usage, memory usage, and my status is online. Now that our server is up and running, let's go ahead and use Playit.gg to share this safely over the internet with friends so they can reach it from their location without any port forwarding on our part. Go ahead and navigate to Playit.gg and click Login. If you haven't been here before, go ahead and create an account. It's totally free. I'm going to log in. After logging in, this is the Playit.gg panel. The way Playit.gg works is we are going to be given a Docker agent to run on my TrueNAS server, and then we're going to create a tunnel which points to that agent and exposes our Minecraft server. Let's go ahead and start by creating a new Docker-based agent. Click the blue bar on the bottom to create a new agent. I'm just going to leave the name default as Docker agent and click Create. You'll see now I get an example Docker Compose right down here. I'm going to want to go ahead and copy this Docker Compose and paste it in TrueNAS. Let's go ahead and right click that and then copy it. I'm going to go back to TrueNAS, discover apps in the top right, and I'm going to install a custom app via YAML. I'm going to call this Playit, and then I'm going to paste my custom config here. Go ahead and delete this version number in the top. It's not necessary. Click Save to launch the container. Now that the app is launched, I can see my custom Playit app here in the Apps tab as running, and when I go back to Playit.gg and refresh this panel, we can see my app status is connected. Be aware that when you set up a Docker agent, in the IP section here in the middle, this will expose your actual IP address. That's why it's blurred right now on the YouTube video. Now I need to set a tunnel endpoint in order to connect public servers to my private instance. Let's click on the tunnel tab in the top of Playit.gg, and I'm going to leave it default as use a shared IP because this is the free version. My tunnel type, I'm going to use TCP protocol. I'm going to click the yes button to say I will not host malware. Go back and select TCP for tunnel type. I only need one port, and I can list as match public. Go ahead and click Add Tunnel, and now my tunnel is pending. Now my tunnel has launched. I can see here my public address is going to be management-more.gl.at.ply.gg. You can get a custom address if you're willing to pay for it for Playit.gg. I think a custom address is about $1 per month or $6 per year. Scrolling to the bottom, where it says Update Local Address, this blue box is where I'm going to tell it where my server is and what port it's running on. In this case, I know my local address is going to be 1099.0.191 because that is the address of my TrueNAS server in my network. The local port I set was 25560. Go ahead and click the gray update button and scroll back to the top. Now we'll see here in the Docker agent, the local IP address has been changed to what I've entered. I'm currently running through a data center in Chicago 2 from Playit.gg's network, and my shareable address is this address right here. This will be the address that I give my friends to connect to my Minecraft server. Now that my tunnel is up and running, I want to copy the public address that it gave me. I'm going to copy this. Let's open up Minecraft, click on multiplayer, click on add server. I'm going to give this a server name of demo. I'm going to paste that server address that I got from Playit.gg and click done, and then double click to join my game. Now that I'm here, any one of my friends that also has this link can join, like Scarlett, who just jumped on. I can't believe how easy it was to set this up. Let me know of other game server panels you would like me to test out by commenting below. Please like and subscribe to this channel and give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you guys for watching the video, and if you found this interesting, go ahead and check out some other content that we have on the channel.